Ever since October 7th last year, I've had an increasing sense of fear, of dread. Seeing the situation unfolds in that first week has been really bad, and then after that, we have had everything that's gone on since from the Israel side of things has just made me really scared. I've felt more unsafe as a person that identifies as Jewish from their actions. I've seen an increase in anti-Semitism as well as Islamophobia, and the entire situation has kind of destabilized my life in many ways.
Has it changed you?
I'd say yes. Yeah, I'd say definitely. In some ways, I have actually connected with my Jewishness a lot more. Mostly just to understand how people can use, my faith and my family and friends, and the background that I come from to justify what's going on in Palestine at the moment. And as I've gone into it and explored my Jewishness a lot more, I've felt a lot more connection to my personal heritage, and I've uncovered a lot more. So on the one hand, that's been kind of good. On the other hand, having to fight against other Jewish people that still support Israel, still support Zionism, and go through that kind of cycle of violence has been really, really tough. So it's been good to find a community of other anti-Zionist Jews to connect with, but I still feel the majority of Jews haven't come on board yet, and that's a long-term struggle that we're going to have.
Do you have a message for the Australian government?
My message to the Australian government is very, very simple. It's stop with the games, stop with the petty politics. There's no reason to put any sort of qualifications on recognising Palestine. Just do it. It is absolutely clear from every single angle that what Israel is doing is wrong, and it must be not only condemned but actioned. If we don't see sanctions or boycotts or divestments from Israel to push them to end their genocide in Palestine and end their apartheid regime, then we need to go further and we need to replace the government. And if you're not willing to listen, you will find yourself on the losing end of that battle.
Do you have a message for the people of Australia?
It's never too late to get on board. The amount of Israeli propaganda that we have seen for years and years and years that has gone unchallenged is very, very hard for people to kind of unpick and to realise the truth of what's really been going on over there. It's never too late to say, I didn't know, and to start supporting Palestine and Palestinian solidarity, and most importantly, Palestinian self-determination.
And what does the future of Palestine look like for you?
For me, that's a very difficult question, because it's not really up to me. It's up to the people of Palestine. The most important thing right now is to stop the violence that we're seeing, to have Israel pull back, and to start engaging in good faith conversations on what the future is going to look like for that region. We know that Israel is not going to push for a two-state solution. We know that while the Israeli government still remains in power, there is only going to be a single ethno-state that they are going to push for. And until we replace that Israeli government with someone that is actually going to listen to the greater people of the region, we're only going to see more violence and instability. So there's not really any purpose in engaging in conversations as to what that's going to look like, while there is no good faith from Israel or from the Israeli government at this point in time.